Hello, everybody. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. This morning, I did a short video showing that the size of pellets were 2.5 sizes different than the size of my, from my foot to my gun, proving I wasn't shot with my gun. I made a second little short video, and I showed you proof that there was no empty shotgun shell found in my gun by the CSI, and he would have had to eject an empty shell before he could have got the live shells out. That was another proof that I wasn't shot with my gun. I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to show you even more proof again showing I wasn't shot with my gun. And being that I ain't shot with my gun, that means somebody came to my home and shot me. That's a capital murder attempt. I think we can all agree to that. More than that, they cut my phone lines and shot me. And you're going to see in this video, I believe they used a special bullet to make it look like I was shot with my shotgun. Premeditation right there. I mean, they tried to kill me. That's all there is to it. So here I found on the operative report, okay, that's it, the operators, when they operated on me at the hospital, where the surgeon said there was a large amount of plastic and lead pellet debris. Well, that didn't really make sense to me. It's like, why would there be plastic in there, okay? And I'm going to show you here. Here's how a shotgun is built, okay? And here's the end where the pellets come out. Here's the shot, or the pellets, okay? Here's the wadding. It's a little cup that holds the pellets, and here's the gunpowder, and here's the primer. So the strikes that, explosion, lights that, boom, gases expand, push out the wad and the shotgun shells. So the plastic wadding follows the pellets. Okay, keep that in mind. So it will follow the pellets out. So normally you'll find that the wadding is a one piece of plastic that'll be found more closer to the entrance because the pellets went in first. Does that make sense? Okay. So anyway, there was a large amount of plastic and pellet debris. Well, where'd the plastic come from? That's the question. Well, the ER doctor, my brother-in-law that I didn't know about, said that he removed the plastic wadding from the room in the emergency room. So the plastic wadding was removed. Okay, so that's what told me where it comes from, and where I believe it comes from is from a special plastic tip pellet-filled bullet called the Glazer safety slug. Okay, and that makes perfect sense right there. I'm gonna show you a little more evidence there. Okay. Here's the Glazer safety slug. Okay, it can be fired from a handgun, and there wasn't enough physical room for my 4-foot long shotgun. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. But there is enough room for a handgun, and this handgun can load a special bullet with a plastic tip on it. That's where the plastic comes from. And the other thing is, as I showed you, the size of pellets from a Glazer safety slug, they do match the size of pellets removed from my foot. Okay, so all of a sudden, and then we'll also see here in a minute where a lady named Lisa Rogers told me I was shot with a .45 handgun, and a Glazer safety slug can be bought for a .45 handgun. So I'm putting it all together. Okay, here's where I was shot from at. Okay, and here's what we know. These pictures were taken by my home health care nurse one day. Actually, I hadn't healed up yet. And we were measuring the counter, and we were measuring where the entrance and exit would. This was the entrance of the, I was shot on this side, on the right-hand side of my foot, and through the back out here. So it come by the 2 inches above ground level. The shot come from under that cabinet. I know that because absolute proof shows I was not shot with my gun, and that's where I fell, right there. And this cabinet was never put together. The door was gone, and the shells were gone, there wasn't no kickboard on the bottom. That's when I bought the home, and the ex-wife had told me there was a trap door in this house, and I believe that was the trap door entrance. And another guy that used to live in my house said I used to go into tunnels in that house, and then there's also a underground home in the backyard. So that's where the shot come from. Here's a bigger view of the shot without the door. Here's a no kickboard here. I was walking. I had burglar alarms going off in the attic. I was under home invasion. I'd been reporting repeated burglaries to my house when I was shot. So that's what the room looked like when I was shot. Okay. And I want to show you another reason I want to show you this picture is because I found this Kansas City Chiefs cap under that cabinet after I got back out of the hospital, and I believe that's a clue. And I've made videos on about that before, and so I suspect that this was covered up concrete sport when I was in the hospital, and whoever did that left their Kansas City Chiefs fan. So I bet they're real happy right now since they just won the Super Bowl, right? Lisa Rogers, I was posting on Facebook, I was showing, oh, look, there's a trucker outside, and I had a burglar alarm go off in my attic, and at the time, that's what was happening before they poured concrete and all that. And Lisa Rogers writes on here, says, you're not disabled with a 45. And I'm like, 45? Where'd you get that from? A 45, the police are saying I shot with my shotgun. But she's telling me I'm shot with 45. I wondered if Lisa's sons wasn't here under my house when I was shot. And, somebody needs to ask her. But that fits the evidence because you could buy them Glazer safety slugs, okay? And I already showed you the plastic tip pellet-filled bullet. Now I want to show you one last thing here. That this is from the ER doctor. Okay, this is the brother-in-law I didn't know about. It was the brother-in-law of my ex-wife that had filed divorce on 5 days earlier. That's who it was. But I want to show you what he writes here. He says, right ankle exhibits a through and through gunshot wound, which appears to have been sustained from a shotgun blast. Now, isn't that interesting? Why didn't he just say right ankle had a shotgun blast? Did he know that they used a special bullet to shoot me to make it appear that I was shot with a shotgun? I think he did. I do think he did. The ex-wife's the one that had told me while we still married, the secret is a group of doctors are killing people for profit. What she didn't tell me was her brother-in-law was a doctor, and he was my doctor on the night I was shot. A gunshot wound appears to be sustained by a shotgun blast. Ain't that interesting? Let me show you what I walk around on. Now I'm disabled without a job and my name's speared, and I still have people breaking in this house. It has been absolute lawlessness. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.